Hi, welcome to the Arts District Podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Georgia.
And we're on episode 9, which is pretty crazy.
Crazy after a couple weeks off for us, so...
Yeah. We're not sure if you can hear the weird sounds coming from beyond Georgia's apartment walls.
Yeah, there are frequent dance parties here, not had by me or my roommate. It's from below and next door, and sometimes next door that way too, so... Yeah, if you can hear that, sorry.
It'll just be our background music.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like we're really professional and we just have really quiet music behind our voices.
Yeah.
This is not what I would choose though, but no. Anyway.
Alright, I've got some news that I was reading about sometime this week on SOCAN. I follow them on Facebook, so whenever cool news stories come up on my newsfeed, I bookmark that and write it down. I wanted to talk about this one. Every year, SOCAN does this thing called the Anthem Search, and this is their 10th annual one this year. What it is it's an invite for songwriters to create a song or submit one that they've already written to be an anthem, an anthemic song that'll get taught to thousands of students across Canada. And they're all going to learn it, and they're all going to perform it at the same time the first Monday in May of next year.
Oh, cool. Music Monday.
Music Monday, exactly.
Sweet.
It's Music Monday Anthem Search. So,
okay, I didn't realize SOCAN was involved. But
SOCAN has their hand in everything music related in Canada, I think. Yeah. Okay. If you're a creator of any sort, then yeah. So the winner, pretty cool, gets $10,000 in musical equipment from Yamaha, which is a lot of gear.
Yeah. You're set, like, you can set up a recording studio.
Totally.
With that.
You totally could. You also get a session at Orange Lounge Studios, which is here in Toronto.
Cool.
So that's worth a pretty penny as well. The deadline to submit is November 3rd of this year. You can check it out at anthemsearch.ca for more info. Last year's winners were Ed Robertson from Bare Naked Ladies, the singer, and Chris Hadfield, that astronaut.
Right.
The astronaut, not that astronaut, but... yeah, I think they wrote the song while he was in space. I'm pretty sure
it
that
was like
the
the first song written in space. So it was a little bit gimmicky.
Yeah, and that's probably why they won.
Cool. Yeah, it is cool.
I don't even know if I've heard the song.
Yeah, maybe tidbits. And I think I do remember the kids in schools, or like my mom talking. My mom's a teacher, so I think I remember hearing about them singing that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's cool. I think that's totally neat.
I think what they said was they were trying to encourage music and like creativity to, encourage younger people to take part and create. Right. So that's really cool. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I really want to submit something, but I don't know if I have something that would work. I mean, I probably do. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're looking for a certain style. I guess they're looking for something that little kids can sing.
Right, true.
So I don't know. Maybe something about sharing and caring.
Not running with scissors.
Don't smell the glue. Words of advice.
Oh my gosh. That would be a way to make a name for yourself.
Yeah. Are you the girl who wrote the Don't Smell the Glue song? My claim to fame.
That'd be amazing. Okay, get on it.
Alright, so that's that. Anthemsearch.ca.
Cool. So, up next, this was like a tiny spiral of things that I found out about. First off, did you know the AGO general admission is free on Wednesday nights?
No.
I didn't either. So that's where I'll be on Wednesday nights. If you want to meet up, tweet me. So from 6 to 8:30 p.m. general admission at the AGO, the Art Gallery of Ontario. If we haven't already, we've mentioned that. If you can't remember acronyms,
AGO.
AGO.
What's normal price? Like $12 or something?
Yes,
something
12, I think. And then sometimes you can get a cheaper general admission when you buy a ticket to one of the special exhibitions. Which leads me to a new special exhibition that's coming in, which is Michelangelo Quest for Genius. It is happening October 18th to January 11th. And I just found out about it when I was looking at the admission stuff, because I had heard something about Wednesday being free. So I found this exhibition, and I'm really looking forward to it. This wouldn't ordinarily be something that I would be into, I don't think, but through my design program, I'm doing a lot of drawing and drafting, and I just think this would be a great person's work to see.
Yeah.
So they have 28 drawings on loan from the, I'm going to butcher this, Casa Buonarroti?
Buonarroti?
Yeah. In Florence, which is a house that Michelangelo bought in 1508, apparently, and never lived in.
Okay.
I don't know, but they have a big collection of his work there. I guess it's a museum now. So it's going to have both sketches and finished drawings for painting, sculpture, and architecture. And the curator and it's the curator for European collections at the AGO, as well as I believe the should have written it down, like sort of interactive organization person. They are working on some computer animations to apparently bring to life unfinished works.
Interesting.
So that'll be interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm curious about what that is. I don't know if by animation, I don't think they mean actual like animation. I think they probably just mean like computer renderings that are estimates of a finished drawing.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be interesting to see because technology, girl.
Yeah, I was gonna
Technology
say
and
there you
art.
go. Technology.
So, yeah, so that is October 18th to January 11th, and I will be there on a Wednesday night. Though admission won't be free to this exhibition; you'll have to pay separately. But I think it's like $10 or $12 to get into just the special exhibitions.
How come they don't just include it all? You
I
should
guess
do that, AGO.
Yeah, that would be much appreciated, especially by students and young people.
Yeah.
I guess it costs them more money to bring in these exhibitions.
They should totally do that. If you have a valid student card, you should be allowed to get into these extra exhibits for free, because what if you're doing it to research for a school project or something? Or to talk about on your podcast?
OCAN gets in for free. I know. Well, they're like literally next door. It's like 100 feet from door to door. So that makes sense, I guess. And I know that students do get a discount because I've gotten a discount going in before, I think. But yeah, I would like it to be free, please.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Moving along.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing with our time here?
I didn't set it.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
No Harry Potter songs in this episode.
Yeah.
What is our time say on that? 7 minutes. Think I can cram all this into 7 minutes? I think I probably can. Okay. So the artist that I'm going to be talking about is a woman by the name of Marketa Irglova. If you've ever seen the movie Once with Glen Hansard, the indie film that came out 2008, she's the girl in that movie.
Oh, okay.
And I just think she is so inspiring. She was born in 1998, so not 1998, oh my gosh, she'd be a child. 1988, so she's 2 years older than us, which is crazy because she's accomplished so much in such a short period of time, especially since Once. So Marketa, I'll give you a little bit of background here. She was born in the Czech Republic, and she just, I think, last year moved to Iceland, which is super cool. I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
She won the Academy Award with Glen Hansard for Best Original Song called Falling Slowly, which is in Once, when she was 19. Oh my God. Which is crazy because I'm 24 and I want to win an Academy Award for writing an original song. Like,
holy.
Yeah.
I had no idea how young she was. Wow.
Yeah, and when you watch her speech, you'd think she was in her 30s or something. Like, she's such a good speaker and she's so smart. Like, truly an old soul. Like, you can just tell that when she's speaking.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my gosh, like so young, but so smart. Yeah, it was an Oscar moment for sure. Like, They won the award, and you know how they always cue that music when the person's talking like 20 seconds into their thing?
Yeah.
Well, they cued it, and she was in the middle of saying something, and so they got taken off stage, and after the commercial break, I think it was Jon Stewart who was the announcer that year, or the host. After the commercial break, the first time ever in Academy Award history, he invited her to come back up and finish her speech. And she said, like, one of these legendary lines. She's like, fair play to those who dare to dream. And, like, people have gotten this thing tattooed on them because, like, how perfect. Like, what a beautiful way to say something. Like, her whole speech is great. Maybe I'll put a link to the YouTube video in here because you should watch it. It's such a good speech, you know, for a 19-year-old girl. Like, it was absolutely incredible. So, yeah, that was in 2008. After Once came out, they sort of formed a band, her and Glen and some other guys, and they called themselves the Swell Season, and they put out a great record, self-titled Swell Season. I love it. It's one of my favorites. They did a documentary video, which I have here, of when they went on tour.
Okay.
I think it takes place over a year, and it's so good just to see like the interaction between the two of them. Because if you saw Once, they're like really awkward, kind of, or she is at least, like just the way that they speak. But it's so good. It's so like real. I don't know. I love that movie. So they did the Swell Season, and after that album and the tour was over, I think she decided to spend more time focusing on her solo career. In 2011, she put out her debut solo album called Anar. I think she made that one in Ireland. I'm not totally sure on that one. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about her this week because she just put out a new record. It's called Muna. And she's going on tour, like next week. She starts this North American tour. She's going to be coming through Toronto October 9th. She's playing at the Mod Club. So Muna was released September 23rd. So what was that, last week?
Yeah.
On Anti Records. Anti Records is a record label, really cool. Their slogan, if you go to their website, it says real artists creating records on their own terms. And I think that's great because how many times are there record labels trying to get right in there and say, no, do this, do that, and make it more like this, whereas here's a record label that is just embracing people's individuality and supporting their music, whatever it is. I think that's really cool. And this album, Muna, is a great example of that. It's not something you're gonna hear on Top 40 radio. You probably won't hear it on CBC. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know what you call it. It's kind of ethereal, ambient in a way. I don't know. You have to check it out for yourself. It's one of those things that I would listen to not in the background, but like while I'm doing other things. You could probably even read while you're listening to it. It's one of those things that it's not distracting, in a good way.
Just like sets a mood.
Yeah, totally mood setting. So it's 11 songs recorded over a year time. 27 musicians played on it, which is crazy. That's a lot of people to play on a single album. I guess she was inspired by nature. She recorded the whole thing in Iceland, I'm pretty sure. And the songs sound like that. I was like streaming it while I was writing down my notes. And some of the things I wrote where it sounds like it came from the land. And like, it's weird to say that unless you hear it and you know, then maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, knowing that she wrote and recorded this in Iceland, if you like close your eyes and like just, you can imagine it. Like it's weird, but it works. She was inspired by nature when she wrote it. It's very natural sounding, great original material. Her voice, very angelic. It's just so pure. She's got such a clear voice, and very calming, very soothing music. Her songwriting is crazy. Like, it's like intense poetry. Like, if you go on her website, I can't believe I didn't write it down. I always write down my websites. But anyways, we'll link it here. There's a section for lyrics where you can read all the lyrics from her Anar album and all the lyrics from Muna. And I read every single one of them, and it was just like, holy cow, like, how did somebody write this? Like, they're just words that nobody uses, or like just like crazy and not your typical songwriting. Like, she must write her lyrics first. They don't always rhyme. It's just like poetry, and then she puts them to music. I was just reading them and thinking, holy cow. One song that I really liked for its music and lyric story was one called Time Immemorial. I just thought it was really interesting. Yeah, just, I don't know, for somebody so young to be writing that way, I just think totally old soul. They must have done this in the past life. Like, there's no way. There's just no way. Like, she was just so smart. I can't get over it. Like, I'm blown away by this girl who's 2 years older than me and is living in Iceland, writing crazy songs, and yeah, it's just nuts. I think that's all I have to say about Marketa Irglova.
Did you want to put in
yeah, I'm going to play a snippet of Time Immemorial, I think.
Okay.
Don't be alarmed, though I wear the uniform of your army's enemy. I'm no enemy to you. We didn't start this war, nor the one before. All we've ever wanted was to live in peace.
Yeah, if you get the chance to see once, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Also, I really recommend this DVD.
Okay.
It's a really good documentary.
That'll be cool, because I loved Once, so I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll enjoy this as well.
Yeah, they actually were together in real life, and when they did this, I think they had just recently decided not to be together anymore, but they're still on tour, and it's just interesting to watch their interactions with each other, and yeah, really good. So that's that. Do you have anything else there?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, I think we're going to be inserting our second half here.
Yeah.
We had some camera issues, so enjoy the thumbnail, or not thumbnail, but enjoy the snapshots and commentary.
Yes.
Maybe I'll just quickly mention those little snippets I had, because I didn't actually make notes on them. I just have them on my phone here. There's two things that I found today on Instagram. I follow Fleetwood Mac News on Instagram. I think I've put the little thingy here if you want to check it out, if you like Fleetwood Mac. So something cool that I just found out about today, Mick Fleetwood. Remember how in episode 8 or episode 7, I can't remember which part, one or two it was, I was talking about Stevie Nicks having her own photography exhibit in New York City. Okay, well,
I think that was 7.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mick Fleetwood is doing the same thing. Except his isn't in New York City, it's in Toronto.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We should go. So Mick Fleetwood is launching his own photography exhibit, Toronto, October 1st through 31st, so the whole month of October, at Liss Gallery. Do you know where that is? Okay, they don't have the address here. It just says Liss Gallery, Liss Gallery. The show's called Reflections, featuring photos taken by Mick over the years. So I didn't even know he was a photographer, but I guess they're going to be some pretty cool photos.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a quirky guy.
He looks neat from what you've got there.
Yeah,
You
like
can
very
send it to
artsy.
me and I'll put it up here.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be there at the gallery, I guess, doing a private reception on October 7th from 6 to 9.
Oh, it's private?
It's private, but 17th is the night before Fleetwood Mac plays the ACC.
Oh.
So I guess he's coming to town early for that. So
you
that's
think he's
exciting.
going to be in Toronto for that time?
Yeah, so you should just hang out at Liss Gallery, and maybe we'll get to see Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, that's really exciting. Fleetwood Mac is starting their world tour tonight. Actually, Minneapolis is their first show. It's really.
Do you know why they're starting in Minneapolis? Like, it seems like a weird spot to.
Maybe just to get it out of the way with.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know.
Or is it part of a circuit, maybe? I don't know.
There is some sort of planning that goes into
Okay.
that, but I don't know why Minneapolis would be first. But yeah, so that's kicking off tonight, which is super exciting because it's the first time since like 1998 or something. I think it's been 16 years since Fleetwood Mac performed all 5. Christine, Mick, John, Lindsay, and Stevie. I saw them last year, but Christine wasn't there. And it was still cool, but she's going to be there this year, and she is just legendary. So I'm going to the concert at the ACC on the 18th. So if you're going, then maybe I'll see you there. Yeah. Tickets are crazy, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
You should tweet at us if you're going to be there and stuff. Or message us on Facebook or comment on YouTube. Or
just tweet Tad Podcast, and I'll be there corresponding live from Fleetwood Mac.
Sweet, yeah. You want to live tweet the show?
Live tweet, totally.
Yeah. Instagram at all?
Another little tidbit about Stevie Nicks, her solo record that's coming out this October, that I mentioned a couple episodes ago. You can stream it, the whole album, today on Amazon. So we'll put the link up for that now through October 6th. So,
okay.
Yeah. And then I think it comes out on the 17th. I feel like that is another, maybe, why is everything happening on October 17th?
Good day.
Yeah, good day for Fleetwood Mac.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So that was my little tidbit on Fleetwood Mac.
Very cool.
We can now continue with our normal.
We should have filmed it in your room at your place where we had all the posters.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
So
exciting stuff.
Yeah, that is exciting. And we should definitely go and maybe get some footage. I don't know if there will be filming allowed at the exhibition, but hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll stick it in.
Yeah.
An episode.
All right, so do you want to go on to something?
Sure thing. So, the political Toronto arts thing I wanted to talk about is the Toronto Mayoral Arts Debate, which happened yesterday. That was Monday, September 29th. And unfortunately, I couldn't go. I really wanted to, and I was planning to, but it was at 2 p.m., and I was in class. So, I have to be honest, I was kind of cheesed that they scheduled it in the middle of the day like that. I don't know if that was like a conflict, because it was held at the Tiff Bell Lightbox.
On a Monday, like people are working too.
Exactly. And I realized that it's like the arts community, but arts people have day jobs too. So
most of them do.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was hosted by Arts Vote, which is a volunteer coalition dedicated to ensuring voters are informed about the arts. And the moderator was Damien Abraham, who is the lead vocalist of the Toronto-based band Fucked Up. So, do you know much about them? Like, no, haven't. I was gonna look into them.
I know they won the Polaris Prize a couple years back. I want to say they won it when I was in college, so maybe 2009 or 2010. Okay. And I've heard about them through that, but I've never listened to them.
That prize?
Polaris is. I should know this. I think it's Canadian.
Okay.
Actually, they had the awards like a week ago, and this girl from way up north, up there, who now lives in like Nova Scotia, Tanya. I don't want to pronounce her last name wrong. I know her first name is Tanya. Okay. She's First Nations, I think, or like I don't know. I'm just ruining this, but anyways. Sorry, I
asked you about something you definitely haven't researched. That's fine.
Let me just Google that.
Yeah. Do you want to Google it?
Well, no. Well, maybe like Rachel's insert what Polaris is.
Okay. All right, cool. And this is who won this year.
Oops.
Yeah, I just thought I was gonna look them up, and then I just thought I would ask you, and I just put you on the spot.
You totally should have texted me like, I'm gonna ask you about the Polaris Prize. Make sure you know your stuff.
Well, I didn't look them up, so I didn't know about the Polaris Prize. Okay, we'll be better in touch next time.
What's happening?
Sorry. So, at this debate, there was candidates Olivia Chow, John Tory, Ari Goldkind, Rob Ford, and Morgan Beskin. Morgan Beskin is actually 19 years old, like, just out of high school, and wants to represent like the youth vote and sort of keeping
her.
Good for her. Good one. Keeping the youth vote in mind. Anyway, she actually called out Doug Ford big time because the whole debate is surrounding the arts, and some candidates did try to pull in things from their platform that wasn't about the arts, but anyway, Morgan called out Doug Ford big time, mentioning that like he's a city councillor for Ward 2 in Toronto, and he's voted against a whole bunch of arts organizations who just kind of pointed the finger at him, but like he voted against funding Nuit Blanche and Illuminatio and the ballet and stuff like that, which was kind of awesome because she's just like 19 and she was just like, you
always
sir.
the young ones having the most courage in doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like I saw some video of that and she was so bold. It was amazing. And apparently Olivia Chow, the way that she wanted to get on about other parts of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like talk about other elements of people's platforms, is that she was trying to pull in being creative, where, and I saw a video of it, it was really awkward. She had like this drawing and she was criticizing Tory's plan for the light rail train, like his proposal for this new train system, because a big issue in the election is like gridlock and transportation in the city and stuff. Mm-hmm. So Tory has this light rail plan that's about faster trains and stuff. Anyway, Chow did this drawing about how his system wouldn't work, and it was like really weirdly drawn, and I get where she was coming from. She was trying to like draw something and show she's creative, but she was also off topic because she wasn't really talking about the arts, and the way she approached it and said it was really awkward. And then she handed out napkins to the audience and wanted them to draw trains or like train plans and stuff. So I don't know, the whole thing was kind of weird and uncomfortable. Yeah, so that was the debate, and I don't know, it was really chill apparently compared to the last debate, which was really intense. This one was pretty quiet, and pretty much everyone was like, more money for the arts, and which is like obvious. They're not gonna go into a room full of people who work in the arts and say, we're going to stop funding the arts. They're going to go in and try to get people's votes, right? So, as of yesterday, Monday, John Tory was in the lead with 42% of decided voters, followed by Doug Ford with 34% and Olivia Chow with 24%. So, those are the top peeps.
Yeah.
I got my notice to come vote in the mail, so I think I will. October 27th is voting day.
You got your decision made up in your mind?
I'm going to do a little bit more research. It kind of seems like there's strategic voting going on. Like, people who don't want Doug Ford to get in are probably voting for John Tory. Like, that's how it's going to roll.
Yeah.
So,
those Fords, eh?
Yeah.
So that's why you should go vote. If you live in Toronto or anywhere and you're, how old do you have to be? 19 to vote?
Isn't it 18?
18 to vote?
I think it's 18.
I don't remember. I just know I've been
We're
voting.
old now.
Yeah. A lot of young people don't, and I think it's important.
Yeah.
It is important, you know. If you want to make a change, you gotta go vote.
Exactly.
So,
especially because young people typically don't vote. Like, you wonder why we're underrepresented, and that's why.
And don't just vote for who your parents vote for. Actually look into it and research it and
educate yourself.
Make up your own mind. You learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So. And something you can feel really good about too. Last time I voted, I was like, oh, I did my part as like a citizen.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So thanks for hanging out with us for episode 9.
Mm-hmm. It was good. short. It's so weird to film one episode at a time now.
Oh, we won't, yeah. Anyways, yeah, so let us know if you're gonna go to any of these events we talked about, or if you just wanted to talk.
Yeah.
You can find us on Twitter. We've been through the spiel before, but we
Yeah.
have Gmail and Twitter and our YouTube account, so.
They'll all be linked
And
in
Facebook.
the description.
Yeah.
And also, I just realized there's a spot in YouTube where we can see all of the comments we've ever received, and I've realized that we haven't really like responded to any of them.
Have people been
So,
commenting?
There's a few comments from like a while ago, and I am assuming we haven't gotten any more because we haven't responded to anyone. So sorry about that, and we will get on that and actually reply when people post things.
Yes, so please do share with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
All right.
we will see you for episode 10.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.